Joy and Pain, song by Frankie Beverly and Mays. One side you have a joyous occasion, and the other side you gotta do it in pain. Pretty much what you can say to describe this fight between Abner versus Joseph Agbeko. Piss poor refereeing. I'll tell you this: with this fight, the referee didn't see a low blow until the 10th round. Well, he continuously warned Mars and told him to get his punches up numerous times, like a good plethora of times, throughout the rounds, tell him to get his punches up, and he didn't even take a point away. A point should have been deducted earlier in the fight, probably in rounds 3 or 4, and maybe that would have changed a little bit of the outcome of the fight. But I scored the fight. I'm not gonna give you my scorecard because it's like this. Why give a scorecard in a fight like this? A fight apparently, according to the judges, Agbeko could have possibly won if they would have taken points away from Mars for the low blows. But I'll tell you this: what I did see, other than the low blows, was I saw one fighter being able to outwork the other fighter. And also the fact that Abner was able to make small adjustments in the fight. He went to the part to where he was the aggressor earlier in the fight. And as he's being the aggressor earlier in the fight, he's turned around later in the fight in the mid-rounds, and he's being the counter-puncher. He's countering with the right and left hook. Standing in the pocket, kind of just standing there, and countering with the right and left hook, at numerous times, and then countering with the right and left hook, it led to other punches being there for him. But also with Joseph Agbeko did pretty good moving around the ring and using the ring and being elusive and setting his shots up, using his jab and and creating space for some of his shots. But with sciatica, which is what I've heard he has, with something like that, they probably shot him up pretty good in that bout. Prior to the bout, they probably did shoot him up pretty good, but other than that, it takes a long time to recover from. I have an aunt that has it, and it's hell for her. So it's probably hell for him because he's just now, from what we know, he just discovered he had the injury, and he pretty much made the accommodations that he had. With what he had, having sciatica, he was able to, because Joseph Agbeko he wasn't as elusive as he usually was. He was elusive, but he wasn't as I guess he wasn't as loose as he usually is. Maybe because of the layoff, maybe because of the back injury. But overall, Joseph Agbeko was an awkward style fighter that is elusive to create space, and he did create space, and he did land some good counter punches, especially in the 4th round. But he just wasn't as active. I think that activity pretty much was what wanted for Abner activity. That's pretty much all I could say about that. But piss poor refereeing from Russell Moore. How many times can you warn a fighter about low blows when he's doing it the entire bout? And even if he's intending and not intending to, he has to step in, to an extent to protect the other fighter. And Agbeko's being hit with low blows throughout the entire bout. We've seen, and if you've seen the fight, you've seen numerous ones. And there were some where Mars' head was being held down and he was throwing. But also there was some from the outside to where Mars, was from the outside he was throwing, and he would catch him with low blows. And also, but also, 10 and 11, those were just obvious low blows, standing right there, low blow. And then the ridiculous 11th round when he called it a knockdown instead of a low blow because it was an obvious low blow. But overall, man, I thought the trainer was going to whoop Russell Moore's ass. Didn't happen. But overall, I could say that Agbeko did fight a good fight. I just think that I think the activity looked much better for Mars. for the judges, but I actually had a close fight. Believe it or not, I actually had it close um, but the two knockdowns really did it. But if you turn around and you count the points out for the low blows, it could have been a much closer fight for Agbeko, if not maybe even a win for Agbeko. On one of the scorecards with the two knockdowns, I think Agbeko could have won the fight. With one of the knockdowns, Agbeko was winning the round in round 11, and round one was quite close to an extent, but round 11, Agbeko basically lost like 2 or 3 points. So the scorecard indicates that hell he could have won the fight without the knockdowns. But overall, man, decent fight, but also it's going to be marred with controversy to an extent. And I think it warrants a rematch with a different referee because Russell Moore is piss poor as a referee in these kind of fights. So get us another referee and let's go on from there. Anyway, peeps, I'm out of here. That was the distance. Hit me up on Twitter at Julian W. the Great. Peace.